All right, in this episode, we are going to be installing this remote start kit in my 2011 Ford Escape. I have taken over the garage. I have two Fox bodies and it's cold outside, and my wife has been gracious enough to allow me to use the garage, and I have for, I don't know, I think this is year number 2 or 3, I don't remember. Either way, she needs a car that's warm when she gets outside, and so that's what this video is installing this. It's a very simple kit. I'll admit I've already installed it. Just prior to this, I filmed a video making another key for the car because this requires 2 keys, and I just did this right after, so there was no intro to this video, so that's what we're doing right now. But this installed very, very well, but do know you need 2 keys, and I'll put a link up here to that video where we use FORScan and a $19 key to make a second key. You cannot use a duplicate key or a cloned key for this. It has to be 2 separate keys that are programmed to your vehicle. There's another kit like this on Amazon that's actually, I found it afterwards. It runs about 60 bucks less than this. I'll put a link to that in the description, but I did buy this from a place called Jay's Alarm. They're in California. 100% I funded this. This is not sponsored. What this kit does is it allows you to use your factory remote on your key, and you press the lock button 1, 2, 3 and it starts. This was very, very simple. 100% plug and play. Did not cut one wire. Check it out. My wife's very happy with it. So am I. All right, so I have not opened this yet, so I don't even know what we're going to find inside. I decided I would open this on camera. Oops. Probably should have been a little more careful than that. Looks like we're okay. Now this is supposed to be 100% plug and play. I think there's something else in here. Oh, this here is our module. Okay. And the way I believe this works is alright, well, I thought that we were intercepting in between the OBD2 port, but it looks to me like this just plugs in the end of that, and when you need to access codes or whatever, you just unplug this. So, I don't know. That's not exactly what I thought I was getting into, but you know what? My wife needs remote start. So we're going to go ahead and read this, I guess. Looks like we need to take apart the steering column. We go into the ignition port. Oh, see, I was thinking this here was a dang old steering column. What this is the piece that goes all the way through. Yeah, I've replaced this before, so I've been in this business before. So basically, this T-harness, and then these, yeah, these will plug into that box. We're gonna have to find a home for this somewhere. Zip tie it up somewhere. We'll find something. I'm gonna turn this back off. We're warm now, and in order to get to this, we need to take apart this column cover anyway. Looks like she's a 5.5. Have to drop this down and finagle this bubby. I don't think there's any more screws, is there? Did I miss one? Gee. All right, now we can pull this thing down, get where we're going. Okay. Now I believe where we're headed is right here. And to do that, I'm going to grab, oops. I'm going to grab a little flathead, kind of help out because it's so freaking cold out here. Alright, so I think we need to push this and pull this back. Okay, that looks familiar. And this feller will now plug into this. And this, let's see, and this will go okay. There we go with that. And this feller needs to live up in there somewhere. Okay. Now we need to hop over to the other side, and these go over there. I really don't know exactly where this... Oh, I see it. It goes right here. So there's this ring. This here is what reads your key. And basically, we're intercepting that now with this side. So yeah, this is going to plug in right there. And then this, maybe this is supposed to go from the bottom. I bet you that's what I got. We're going to go from the bottom instead. That'll give us a little more room. Okay, plug that in there, and then this. Be real careful not to break this feller. You can actually remove it fairly easy, but I'm just going to leave it. There's a couple tabs right here if you need to remove this, you can pull it off. Now we're going to come down here, and then this thing just pops out. I can't remember exactly where I need to pull from. I think it's probably right here. Yep. Okay. And then this guy right here, I'm gonna wrap it back through here. And then that's going to plug into our OBD2 port. Press and hold the black button on the module. Plug this in. Hold for 3 seconds. Light will flash red. Now release button. Now connect the blue connector. Okay. Insert key 1 into ignition. Turn key to the on position with dash lights for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. Remove, then reinsert. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now the second key. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now press and release the reset button on the module. If this goes green, which it just did, then we are programmed. Can you guys see that's green? All right, so I don't know if I have to have this door shut or not. Ha! That's pretty freaking cool. She's gonna love that. Then I think to turn it off, you can push it 3 times again. That is pretty freaking sweet. I was messing with this off camera, and I don't think this has a battery in it. I'm gonna have to get a battery for it, but it is programmed to PATS, and that's what matters. And it will start the car. So I'm gonna get some zip ties, and we're gonna zip this thing up into here and tuck it away where it's out of the road, and test it out one more time. You know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna stick it over here in this panel. We got a panel over here that I think I'm gonna wrap it up and put it in. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to unplug this. I'm gonna route this through back here. That's fine. All right, now snake this up through here. I've already got some stuff in here. This is the charge cable for the dash cam. Then we'll find a home for this guy. Okay. I'm going to start this bugger so I don't lose it. And we'll bring this up into where it needs to be. Ah, it's snowing. All right, that should be good. We can stick this back on here. I'll show this to you. I just zip tied this to the existing harness. I just want to make sure that none of that's interfering with anything. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and this has to go around here. This up to its home. This has to go in first. There's just some tabs in there, very obvious where they go. There we go. Got it. All right, now we can lock that back in place. There goes that one. Okay. All right. That's the way you do this. I'm going to hurry and put all this crap away so it doesn't get wet, and I'll be back. You're going to see where I push this button, I say, that didn't work. Well, guess what? It's a separate program from the PATs. My brain was not thinking straight here. So I'm just going to show you. This is the new key from Amazon, and it works great. All right, there are a couple of things that we briefly mentioned earlier in the video. Some features of this remote start that I just want to show you. So to start this thing, we push the lock button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. There it goes, starting. If I want to shut it off, then it does that. We're going to start it again. Okay, we got it started again. Now let's say you want to leave, or get in the car or whatever. Hit the unlock button. Then we get in the car. Now let me just show you this. Okay, key's not in it. We're running. If I hit the, so if you're worried about somebody like trying to steal this thing, watch. I hit the brakes and it'll just shut off. So nobody's going to steal this thing from you. But let's restart it again. And as you can tell, still no key in there. If I want to drive this thing, just do this. Turn this forward. Don't go like you're going to start it. Just go basically to the on position. You don't have to turn it forward. It's there. There we go. Okay. So if you're wondering if your car could get stolen by doing this, they still have to have the key. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off to you. Before I bought this, that was a concern that I had, was can someone just get in this thing and take off, because you are programming your keys into this thing, and I wanted to make sure that you still needed to have the key in order to take off with this thing. Today is New Year's Day, and so last night we went to a restaurant, started it up before we left. Car was warm when we got out. It's kind of cool. Peace.
Yeah.